it ends up being a place where you feel like being in the Mediterranean, but you can't really point at a specific place. Boom.
We just do it again.
No, this is perfect.
It is perfect. Du vil get that slide. Det bliver fragtet. Jeg befinder mig på smukke Korsika, og det gør jeg, fordi at vi er nede og opleve Just Cause 3. Og ved siden af mig, der sidder Francesco Antolini. Han er altså manden, der har ansvaret for, at det her spil det skal blive underholdende. Så hvis det går galt, så er det hans skyld. So first of all, Francesco, why are we in Korsika?
Because...
Yay!
You should make an edit of this. That's
that is funny. But it's good. It's good. So first of all, Francesco, why are we in Korsika?
Because we wanted you guys to feel as if you were inside the game, right? So, both these and Medici, the island of Just Cause, are set into the Mediterranean. We actually took inspiration from these islands, we took inspiration from Malta, the south of Italy, Greece, and so on. So that it ends up being a game where you really have that Mediterranean feeling without being able to point a specific place in the world. At the end, it's a Just Cause island.
So it is a fantasy place?
Absolutely, with deep roots in reality though.
Would it be totally wrong to say that this game reminds me of like a Michael Bay movie on Cuba?
No. I expect people to actually compare us to Michael Bay. It happened already. I think the explosions play a role there.
Yeah, there's a lot of explosions.
A little bit, yes.
Well, it is an action game. It's a huge one. What is the sense of the game?
So, you said action game. Yeah, we are an action game, but actually, first and foremost, I'd like to find a definition. I would say we are a sandbox. Sandbox, it's a game. Means that it's a game where we ask the player to be creative, and that's the way that you can have most of the fun with the game itself. Indeed, we give to the player really simple goals, because what's important is not the goal in itself, but it's the way that you go and you reach it, right? And we never ever tell you how to get there. That's completely up to you, and every time you have an endless wealth of possibilities to get there.
Yeah, you made this ridiculous, funny grapple hook.
Yes, for example.
Yeah, tell about that.
So the grappling hook, it's since Just Cause 2, if you want, is a signature of the game. But whereas in the previous games you use it mostly for traversal, so for moving around the world, in this game you can actually use it to interact with the world itself. So you see what you can do. You can tether two things together, then you can press a button and the grappling wire will retract, smashing the two things one with the other, right? And you can place up to 6 grappling hooks in the world at the same time, so creating chains of strange things which interact with each other.
I have to say, I attached a totally innocent woman to a car. And that was really fun.
You're a sadist.
but it is a fun thing, and it's like it seems like a thing that will be a big part of the game and also take a lot of time because you're like just grabbing everything together.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And if a player wanders with the game just having fun with silly things for 30 minutes, I consider myself and my team successful.
Yeah, because that's your...
that's what we want.
And you're in charge of like making this game entertaining.
Let's say, that I am more of a scapegoat. Let's say that if the game is not fun, it's my fault, yes.
And what did you do besides the grabbing hook to make it fun?
Oh man, what do you do? A lot of things. So you go around with this parachute, you switch from parachutes to wingsuit, you take vehicles, you can go to a chopper, parachute out of the chopper, land on the top of the hood of a car, get into the car, smash the car against a bridge, get out of the car before it smashes out, so you can actually shoot a couple of rockets at a smokestack, and etc. Yeah.
And besides being an action adventure, it also is a game that you can like compete in with your friends.
Yes.
How does it work?
Yes, there is this big part of the game that we call asynchronous gameplay. So there is a set of variables that we are always monitoring, and we have grouped in what we call fits. For example, a fit is stay in the wingsuit as long as possible. Another fit is create the longest chain of explosions starting with a single explosion, and so on. So each time that you do something notable in one of those fits, there is this leader leaderboard which appears, pitting you against your friends, and so you can see if you have been better or worse. And beyond that, you can also call out specific friends, asking Mario, "Hey Mario, can you be better than me at doing this?" And at the moment, that player will receive a notification on his screen, and you know that
Francesco.
it's competing with you. Exactly. Compliment to the Italian pronunciation, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I trained in this for like hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years.
Yes,
I made you younger, actually.
Oh, no, I'm 120. But the main story, it seems like compared to Just Cause 1 and 2, it's more important with like the main character, like him having like his own like way to be.
Yeah, there is a bit of personality this time around, and something that we did was, you do a new installment in a franchise, so you listen to the fans, okay? And something that they asked, they wanted to know more about Rico. Who is Rico? Why does what he do? Why he has the grappling hook? Where does the grappling hook come from? So we just tried to answer this question in a coherent way, within a framework which made sense with Just Cause. So, of course, we're not a drama, we're a comedy. And it fits well. I have to say that the end result, it's pretty satisfying.
Do you think that Just Cause 3 can be like this, the Just Cause game that will get a more mainstream breakthrough?
Actually, we've poured a lot of attention in trying to cater to as much player as possible, and that's also one of the reasons behind the choice to have a proper mission structure, right? Or to be a bit more explicit about objectives. So this means that the game, in the true Just Cause fashion, and I would say avalanche fashion if you want, it allows a player to be completely free to do what he wants, but if you're not that kind of player who wants to set his own objectives, you are going to find a fil rouge, something which is going to bring through a natural progression in the game itself.
Now you're the Just Cause 3 president of fun and entertainment in the game. What is the most fun thing?
Oh my gosh. The most fun thing, actually, the most fun thing, it's not that much what I do. The most fun thing so what's most fun for me is seeing people play and see people doing stuff that I had not seen before. Okay, that really filled me with joy. And one of the things I was mentioning it today, and a guy called a rebel drop, and he was inside the big rudder dish when he called the rebel drop, and the container for the rebel drop itself broke the whole rudder dish going down. That was quite unexpected, and it was a laugh for the whole audience. Yeah.
So like seeing people doing fun and stupid stuff.
Stuff that I hadn't thought about, or like, planting an explosive in the face of a soldier. When we designed the explosive, we didn't thought about the possibility, but it just happened and it was just fun. Or, I don't know, tethering a part of the statue of Di Ravello to a chopper and using it as a wrecking ball. That's another thing that, you see players do. Creating chains and trains of things using the grappling hook. Yeah.
Great. And it is like an action game, and it's also like an action interview. We got Cecilia.
Sorry?
Cecilia,
yes. Where is she?
Cecilia, hey. Det er sådan, det går ned, når vi laver en interview her, så holder hun simpelthen skiltet der, fordi det blæser rundt. It's an action interview. Maybe we have died if you didn't do this. Yes, so thanks a lot.
Our savior.
Exactly. Ja. Så der skal mange ting til for at lave et interview, og det er altså en af tingene, det er at holde det her POS i baggrunden, så det ikke blæser ned i hovedet på os. Og I må meget gerne som altid komme med en kommentar omkring Just Cause 3. Hvad tror I? Tror det bliver godt? Tror det bliver skidt? Ud fra alt det, jeg har set. Vi ses. Hej.
Just Cause 3. Set the world on fire December 1st.